Today, we are going to review 5 idioms that all have the word loose in them. A few weeks ago, I had uploaded a video that looked at loose versus lose. This is one of those commonly confused pairs of words in English. So if you missed that video, make sure you check it out. Link above and also in the description below. Today, like I said, all the idioms that we're going to look at have the word loose in them. Okay, so if you remember from that video, loose is an adjective, and the letter S in this word does make the S sound. Okay, it rhymes with goose, moose. All right, before we get started with our 5 idioms for today, I wanted to take a moment to welcome you back to my channel, or to welcome you if this is your first time visiting. My name is Bakul Soman, and I love languages. I'm fascinated by them. I love learning them. I love teaching them. A few reminders. Remember to like this video. Remember to share it with others that you think will enjoy them, will find them useful. Remember to leave me a comment. I love hearing from you. And last but not the least, remember to subscribe and hit the notification bell. All right, let's get started. As I say in all my idiom-related videos, idioms are critical in enhancing your fluency in a language, both in terms of what you're able to understand and in terms of how proficient you sound. Because native speakers use idioms very often, and you can't just figure out the meaning of idioms just by looking at its parts. All right, because idioms don't literally mean what the words in them might seem they mean. So let's enhance your language fluency by learning 5 idioms that all have the word loose in them. Loose cannon. This is used to describe a person who behaves in an unexpected, unpredictable, uncontrolled way. So here's an example. He is such a loose cannon, you never know what he's going to do. And this comes from way back when warships used to carry cannons, and they used to be fastened, right, so that they don't move around as the ship is moving around on the ocean. And if it wasn't fastened and you had a loose cannon, well, it could smash into things, could cause all kinds of unexpected, unpredictable, and uncontrollable damage. Hence, that term has survived to this day to mean someone who behaves in an unpredictable, uncontrolled, unexpected manner. And it's typically not a compliment. So if somebody calls you a loose cannon, or if you're referring to someone as a loose cannon, it is not a compliment. It is not, you're not saying something complimentary, something positive about them. It has a negative connotation. The next idiom is be at a loose end or be at loose ends. Okay, either one could be used. It basically means to find yourself with time on your hands without anything specific to do. So here's an example. After he dropped out of college, he found himself at loose ends. He didn't know what to do. He had all this time that used to be taken up by going to college and attending lectures and doing homework and projects and assignments. And now he's no longer in college and he has all this time. What do I do with all this time? He was at loose ends. Cut loose. This means to behave in a crazy, wild, uncontrolled manner. So when you hear the meaning, it sounds very similar to loose cannon, right? Because they both mean kind of wild, uncontrolled, unpredictable. However, when you talk about cutting loose, it can be a very responsible person who, for a period of time, is cutting loose, for a period of time is behaving in a wild, crazy manner. But that is not how you would describe their personality or their character. When you talk about a loose cannon, you're talking about a more permanent state, right? That person, their character, their personality is that of someone who is unpredictable, uncontrollable. Okay, but cutting loose it describes the actions of somebody, not the person themselves. Whereas loose cannon more refers to the person and their personality. So let's take a look at an example for cutting loose. The college kids typically cut loose during spring break. Okay, so they act crazy during spring break, but when spring break is over, most of them, many of them, go back to being responsible, doing their work, getting to classes, all the kinds of things that good college students do. But during spring break, they cut loose, they go crazy, they're de-stressing. All right, but doesn't mean we're saying that their character or personality is that of someone who's always wild and crazy. It refers to their specific actions during that specific period of time. I hope I made that distinction clear. The next idiom, actually it's 2 or 3 idioms, slight variations on a theme. They all mean essentially the same thing. So you could say loose screw, screw loose, or loose wire. And they all pretty much mean someone who's acting crazy, making crazy decisions. So here's an example. When he decided to give up a lucrative career in law and pursue making music, everyone thought he had a screw loose, or a loose screw, or a loose wire. Okay, any of those can be used in that context. They all mean everybody thought he was making a crazy decision. He was acting crazy. That decision made no sense. The last idiom for today, play fast and loose. That means to behave irresponsibly, immorally, recklessly. So it could be any of those. So here's an example. Sam Bankman-Fried played fast and loose with his investors' money. Sam Bankman-Fried of FTX, who duped a lot of crypto investors of billions of dollars, right? He played fast and loose with their money. He behaved irresponsibly, immorally, and recklessly. So all apply in that situation. That is it for today. Those were our 5 idioms, all with the word loose in them. I hope you learned something new, something interesting. Remember, like, comment, subscribe, hit the notification bell, do all those things that you know you should. Thank you for watching, and I will see you next week.